Right. Okay. Hello YouTube, this is the D.B.T Show. Episode 28, Part 4. And we're still reviewing the Nintendo Wii. Now, if you haven't watched Part 1, 2 or 3 yet, you have missed loads. So please watch those parts before you watch this one. Anyway, now let's pick up where I left off. This is probably the last part of my review, so let's not dilly-dally. Now, I'll explain the Wii shopping channel for you. I've already explained the channel bit, so let's go on to the games bit. I've already told you in part 3 what game systems are on at the moment. Nintendo have said they're going to put some more systems on the virtual console, but I'm not so sure what they're going to be. I've heard a rumor they may put the original Game Boy on. Anyway. Now, the Wii shopping channel is no doubt an extremely good idea that they've put on, an extremely good idea by Nintendo. But there's a few problems with it. First things first. Remember the company known as Rare? The company Rare invented several great games. 2 games which I loved as a child. I absolutely loved these 2 games. These 2 games were Banjo-Kazooie 1 and Banjo-Kazooie 2. These 2 games will never be released on the Virtual Console, along with a load of other Rare titles, for one stupid reason. The company Rare has ditched Nintendo and been bought off by Microsoft. So basically, what I'm saying is, you will never be able to download Banjo-Kazooie 1, Banjo-Kazooie 2, Diddy Kong Racing, Conker's Bad Fur Day. You will never be able to download those games because they're made by the company Rare. Now, earlier on this year, Nintendo did release a remake of Donkey Kong, of Diddy Kong Racer, which was a previous Rare title, but for some reason, I will review that another day. Anyway, back to the Nintendo Wii. So, the first problem with the Nintendo Wii's Virtual Console is that certain games will never be released, so you won't be able to download them, which is a really, really big letdown for a retro gamer like me. I loved Banjo-Kazooie 1 and 2. They were my 2 favourite Nintendo 64 games. I played those things to the death. I'm dead serious. And it's a really big disappointment that you can't download those games on the Virtual Console. I mean, if I had my way, to be put on straight away, no questions asked. I don't care if they're Rare's games. I want those games on right now. Anyway, enough of that. Okay, next thing I want to tell you is that the Virtual Console, the games are put on, when Nintendo puts games on the Virtual Console, they put a certain number of games on every Friday. Every Friday. They will release 1 N64 game a month, a couple of Mega Drive games a month, a couple of SNES games a month, maybe a couple of TurboGrafx, and maybe 1 Neo Geo game a month, and a shitload of Nintendo Entertainment System games. For me, the games aren't released quick enough. I don't mind the games being released once a week, but they don't release enough of them. I mean, look here. The Nintendo 64 has only had 11 titles released so far. And most of them are pretty good, but I don't know. I really want to see Banjo-Kazooie on here, but for some daft reason, I'm never going to be able to get to play it again. And this really pisses me off. Ugh. Anyway, enough about that. Right, I'm back. Now but most of the games that I put on the Virtual Console are pretty good ones. But I would really like to see more games put on each week and better games put on each week. I mean, the amount of times I have tried to download something and I've looked on the Wii on the Virtual Console And I've looked and thought, oh god, there's another set of crappy games on. They've put on something I'm not going to want to download it. I mean, the Virtual Console is a great feature, but Nintendo just doesn't put that many good games on it. And the big problem with this is because they've lost some of their good companies like Rare. I mean, Rare made some fantastic games, but none of those games will be featured on the Virtual Console. Now let's go to the Virtual Console games themselves. Let's just have a look at one just to see what they're like. Now, this game to the Americans is called Star Fox 64, but to the English it's called Lilac Wars. This was one of my most favourite Nintendo games as a kid when I had a Nintendo 64, and it's still one of my most favourite games. And the games are very similar to their original counterparts on the original systems. But Nintendo hasn't released a Rumble Pack yet for the classical controller. So when you play Star Fox, it doesn't really feel the same as it used to do as a kid. As a kid, when I played Star Fox, I insisted on using the Rumble Pack all the time because it made the game feel more realistic. I mean, now we're playing games that used to have a Rumble feature. The Rumble feature has been removed from every Nintendo 64 game, and the games don't feel as real as they used to do. And the games are as fun as they were, but the games are still good, but they aren't as fun as they were. I mean, I really do miss the Rumble Pack feature from the N64. I mean, you can play Virtual Console games with the GameCube controller, and the GameCube controller has a built-in Rumble Pack. Couldn't Nintendo make it so that GameCube Rumble Pack works with the Virtual Console games? I mean, come on, it's not that hard to do, is it? All you have to do is shoot a few circuit boards and stuff. No excuse at all. Anyway, that's basically all I can say about. That's basically all I can say about the Virtual Console games. Most of the Virtual Console games are rendered pretty well, and they all look as good as they used to do. That's basically all I can say about it. And that's basically it for my Nintendo Wii review. So let's go to a rating. Right. I'll basically give you my opinion on the new Nintendo system, Nintendo Wii. Also known as the Nintendo Revolution. Now, let's rate this machine. It's extremely difficult for me to rate the Nintendo Wii because I like the Nintendo Wii a lot. But after doing my review, it's very difficult to rate this machine. Nintendo Wii is one of my all-time favourite video game systems. And no doubt, it's an extremely good machine. I mean, if you love the company Nintendo and you know how good their games are, you'll definitely want to buy one. And this is an extremely good system, so I rate this system, I give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's an extremely good system, but with all the problems I've mentioned in my review, I have to take a few points off. I really do like the Nintendo Wii. I mean, I don't even own a PS3 or Xbox 360 yet. The reason why I don't own a PS3 is because they're too goddamn expensive. What are Sony thinking? I can't spend 500 quid on a console. At the moment I'm unemployed, I can't spend that much. Now, I am thinking of getting an Xbox later on this year, so I may get that. But the Nintendo Wii is an extremely good machine. So I give the Nintendo Wii a 3.5 out of 5. Now my next review will be a Virtual Console game known as Lilac Wars or Star Fox 64 to you Americans. So be sure to tune in for that. Until then, YouTube, I hope you enjoyed my review of the Nintendo Wii. I'm sorry if I got a bit angry, but that's the way I am. And, anyway, see you on my next review. Bye-bye.